Well, I mean, such excuses actually do not have a place under Islamic law. And I'll look at them both from the perspective of rape as a crime and as a sin, which will be punished in the hereafter. In both contexts, I mean, it doesn't have that excuse does not exist. Now, from the perspective of a crime, now, although, I mean, we find in the Quran, Islam encourages us to, to take precautions. If you look in Quran chapter 4, verse 71, the Quran says, "Oh, you who believe, take your precautions." Huzu hizrakum. Now, but that does not impute blame on a victim of rape. If you look under classical Islamic law, all crimes, including zina, as we mentioned in relation to rape, including hiraba, as we mentioned, brigandage in relation to rape, they have their ingredients. Similar to Western law, every crime has its ingredients. Now, for example, for zina, uh, the way the woman is dressed it cannot be used as a mitigating ingredient. It's not a contributory thing. You cannot indicate that, well, because the woman is dressed like this, therefore the man is free from the offense. So it's not one of the ingredients. Now, for example, there are so many hadith, but not in relation to dress, but to show that we cannot blame the victim. For example, there was the hadith of a woman who went into the woods. A woman who went into the woods to collect firewood. She went alone to the woods, which is, one could say that she didn't take precaution. It was dangerous. She went in there to the woods to take firewood, and then a man pounced on her and raped her in the woods. Now, she was so confused, and the man ran away. She was so confused that when she saw another man, she said, "This is the man who raped me." Do you get the point? And that man, the Sahaba arrested, got the hold of that man. He said, yes. He looked at it, he said, yes, I know him. He was the one who raped me. And they brought him to the prophet. Now, when they brought him to the prophet, and he told the prophet that, well, this was the man who raped me. And the prophet wanted to pronounce the conviction upon the man. The actual man, maybe he was caught by the fear of Allah, came out and said, no, it was not this man. I am the one who raped her. Do you get the point? So the prophet told the other man to be left. And he told the woman that Allah has forgiven you. Even though, so even though the woman went into the woods, the prophet didn't say that, why did you go into the woods alone? They didn't put a blame on her. And the man who confessed that he has raped the woman, the prophet ordered that he should be stoned to death. Now you find out that, so if you look at it from that point of view, you'll be able to see that, one cannot say that because a woman was in a particular place or was dressed in a particular way, therefore, that could be an excuse. The important thing is what we call Ikrāha, and that is the big ingredient of rape. Ikrāha, that is the coercion, irresistible force. You are doing this against her will. And one thing is that no matter how the woman is dressed, no matter where she is, there's an hadith of the prophet that indicates that Inna Allah tajawaz an ummati khata wa nisyan wa mastukrihu alayhi. Yes. The prophet said that Allah, Allah has provided justification or an excuse from my ummah for things which they did by mistake or by forgetfulness or that was forced on them. Do you get the point? Or that was forced on them. So no matter what, because of the fact that rape is the main ingredient of it is the coercion, forcing it upon them, the woman has no offense at all because Allah has excused them because it was not with their volition, it was forced upon them. One cannot excuse because say the woman did this, because the woman did that, or because, no. Under Islamic law, the important point is that it is something they are compelled to do, the coercion, and that coercion exonerates them no matter the situation in which they are. So there's no excuse to blame the victim. It is the offender that should be confronted in such situations.